Have you ever wondered what it is like to be an undocumented migrant, to live in constant fear of being deported, to be in fear of being separated from your family? In the last decade, immigration reform has been of crucial importance, and people have been talking about it. Um, According to a study from Gallup in 2013, the poll found that majority of Americans support various elements that would comprise comprehensive immigration reform. 88% agree on creating a path to citizenship for undocumented immigrants. 84% of people agrees that employees should require immigration status check, and 83% agrees that the border security needs to be tightened, and 76% agrees that expanding short-term visas for skilled workers would be beneficial. In November 20th, 2014, President Barack Obama addressed the nation by saying our immigration laws are broken. We need to change. We need to take executive action to build a system that lives up to our heritage as a nation of laws and a nation of immigrants. Today, I'm going to talk about why the immigration law in the US needs to be revised and how it will be beneficial for the economy as well as for the undocumented immigrants. Before I talk about the problems with our current immigration policies, I would like to highlight the importance of immigration law. Immigration laws help unify family, it helps regulate employment, allow people to take refuge, increase diversity, and create path for US citizenship. Immigration policy affect all aspects of society, regardless of status. Immigrants have always played a crucial role in the life and growth of our nation. Immigrants contribute approximately $10 billion a year for the country's economic growth. Unfortunately, in the wake of September 11 terrorist attack, immigrants in the United States have increasingly been targets of discrimination and suspicion. Our country must be defended, but one must not forget this nation's commitment to the ideals of equality and freedom for all people. Now I'm going to focus on what's wrong with our immigration policy. According to Mark Krikorian, executive director of the Center for Immigration Studies, states that legal immigration to the US are limited and backlogged. The system often only allow a few avenues for legal immigration, and it is complex and most often unwieldy and outdated. So people face a difficulty for applying for legal immigration, and currently undocumented immigrants are facing severe consequences. For example, undocumented immigrants do not get to work legally, so they have to rely on jobs that are paid in cash, and most often these the pay is not well, and there's severe inequality among workers. And also, we need to keep in mind that among all the undocumented immigrants, a large part of it is consists of Hispanic population, and as a result of not being able to work equally as their American citizen counterparts, they're affected by they're affected by severe inequality, and also not being able to not having immigration documents. They're stuck in America and unable to travel back to their countries as well. So several acts have been uh, suggested in the Senate of how to improve the immigration policies, and out of all the acts, I would like to highlight four of the acts today. The first one is called Dream Act, Development, Relief, and Education for Alien Minors. Then the second one is Immigration Innovation Act. Third one is Startup Act, and last but not the least, Securing Our Border First Act. What all these acts help will all these acts will help uh, permit certain immigrant students who have grown up in the US to apply for temporary legal status, and which might eventually end up leading to them to get a citizenship. Um, the state will provide amnesty to people who have paid tax, and also help students to be in in-state tuition for college. Also, this acts will help create life-changing impact on the quality, drastically increasing their average future earnings. And also, this will help increase the tax being paid to the state. So, according to some statistics, it has been shown that undocumented immigrants pay 11.8 billion in state and local taxes. Um, the average effective state and local tax rate for undocumented immigrant in 2012 was 8%. If the Obama administration manages to reform the immigration policies, the 5.2 million undocumented immigrants will be given documents, and the state and local tax contribution for this group would increase by $845 million per year. Also, legalizing undocumented immigrants will increase the total revenue by $2.2 billion per year. Illegal immigration is inevitably a difficult and diverse issue, given its distributional impacts and the infection of racism and xenophobia. At a minimum, we should reject policies that which would make a bad situation worse. If the policies I talk about goes through the Senate, not will the economy for our country get better, but the overall living standard for the immigrants will get better as well. Thank you.